Hi! Sometimes preparing for a technical interview already feels like a full-time job. Hopefully this video will make it a little bit easier for you. We're going to go through how an interview is structured, what you need to learn. Then I'm going to provide a checklist for you so you can see that you have everything on the list before you go to the interview. And then I'm going to give you some tips of where you can learn it. But first of all, I just want to say that this video is in collaboration with NordVPN. They are very kind to collab on this video. A VPN is a very secure and easy way to create an encrypted tunnel for your traffic. They don't collect your data. You can have it on multiple devices, even your phone. It is really easy to connect. You basically just choose a location and press Quick Connect. And even if security and privacy is the absolute biggest part, it's really cool that you can also access all the streaming services all around the world. If you want to check it out, you can use my code KICKSCODES or go to nordvpn.com/KICKSCODES to get a really good offer on a 2-year subscription, and you actually get an extra month for free with my code. So thank you so much, NordVPN, for collaborating on this video. I would say that you can divide the data science interviews into 2 different parts, depending on where you're going. We have the research-oriented data scientist, and here you're mostly going to work with deep learning models, and it's going to be a big emphasis on papers and basically the process of going from research question into the modeling, the evaluation, and then what you do after that. And there's also one data science part that is more application based. So here maybe you apply to a bank or consultancy, or maybe health insurance or a marketing company. And here the emphasis is more on statistics and machine learning. So machine learning models like random forest or SVMs. So just have that in mind when we go through the different questions and stuff, what actually is relevant to your specific interview, because I'm going to go through all of it. So let's get started in basically the outline of a technical interview. First, you usually get the question, please introduce yourself. Here you basically have to already have an elevator pitch about yourself. So basically what you currently are doing and what you have done up till now that also led you into applying for this position. After a friendly introduction, you are going to solve a coding challenge. So either you got a coding challenge like a week before that you have to do at home and then present at a technical interview, or you actually get the coding challenge there at the venue. So when you do get the challenge at the venue, usually you code in one of your favorite languages. Normally in data science, you choose between Python or R. I would really say that master Python. If you already know R, so you're going to go with that, then do that, but don't really go into other languages. Normally you code on your computer while the interviewers sit behind you and actually look at you while you are coding. You can normally use Google or any other help that you usually do at a normal working day. So they basically want to see how you solve problems in a normal work environment. So for a more application-based data scientist, as we talked before, I would assume that you would have to do some kind of data frame manipulation for pandas data frames, and then, for example, do a regression or classification with a similar machine learning model, and then evaluate and visualize the different results. For a more research-oriented data scientist, I would assume that you actually got a home task that you've done before, which involves deep learning on a small data set, which usually is a bit unbalanced, and during the technical interview you have to show the approach of solving the entire problem from start in exploration to end in evaluation. Otherwise, you would probably get a hypothetical programming, or maybe not programming, but at least deep learning question, where you basically have to tell the interviewer all the different steps that you would do in order to solve this problem. So after this machine learning challenge, the technical drill starts. So here, they will usually go on your CV and see, okay, what has this person done? For example, you said that you are an expert in GANs, or maybe you've done a lot of reinforcement learning. So they will actually look at your in-depth knowledge in these topics. So be prepared for really in-depth questions. Another thing they can do if you're more on the application base is that they will take basically like a business case by twisting it around into data science. So if you're in an insurance company or especially consulting company, they might basically ask you for a more client case oriented data science task. So during this technical drill, a lot of different topics can come up. So I've done a little checklist of different subjects that you have to master in order to basically feel secure for your interview. They'll come soon on the screen, so like print screen or whatever, so you have them before your interview. In addition to this, because as you just saw, these are more topics than actual questions. So like, do Google typical data science questions for interviews, because they are hundreds out there. So either you do that or you actually learn all the different topics like in a bigger way. But if you feel that you already know the topics really well and just want to double check on the questions, then just go ahead, Google for most asked data science interview questions, and you will have hundreds. Okay, so where can you learn all this? So for the bigger topics, I would say that Caltech has a great machine learning course on YouTube, and Stanford has a great, more deep learning course on YouTube that I definitely think that you should check out. For more non-SQL, SQL questions and Pandas data frame, I think that Kaggle has great courses. So Kaggle also has competitions, as you know, but they also have some simpler courses where you can actually code a little bit and they go through like basics. Do that if you're new, because I think that really helps you to like get started reading, coding, to get a grasp of that subject. You can also do small boot camp like data camp. They have a data analyst track, which also goes through like SQL and more that for the more application-based data scientists. For the more research-oriented data scientists, I would actually do some Kaggle competitions because they are very similar to the coding challenges that you might get, like classification of malignant or benign cancer cells, or there's a lot of, for example, new COVID data sets that you can check out. So I think the deep learning part is very similar to the Kaggle challenges. However, I would say that it's not only about creating a good deep learning model in the coding challenges, it's also about thinking about the problems and thinking if you have a bad data set, what do you do then? Which kind of state-of-the-art research papers could be interesting for this specific topic. So like take the Kaggle competitions, but like go some steps further. And also like for statistics and all the math behind it, I would actually say that Khan Academy is really good if you need to like revise all of that. And then of course, if you actually are applying to an R&D department that actually publishes, definitely check out their papers. I think that's kind of obvious maybe, but just to say so you remember it, check their papers. Okay, so the last thing that you really need to do before your technical interview is have mock interviews. I cannot describe how much that has helped me. So with a friend, actually have an interview where you do your, elevator pitch about yourself. You go through, for example, a Kaggle competition. You show exactly how you've done and why you've done it. And your friend doesn't even have to be, techie like you or into deep learning or, have more knowledge than you, because asking why did you do this, why did you do that, doesn't really require technical knowledge, but it will definitely make you have to explain yourself and think about all the different actions and why you modeled the way you did. So definitely do that, and it's also a way for you to really feel comfortable in a more pressed situation. So I really hope this video will make you more confident for your technical interview, and please tell me how it went down here. So please comment if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you know when I post more videos. Bye and good luck now!